Well, good morning. It is Friday morning and we are heading out to Juniper. We've got a whole host of people here. Brad's gonna be leading us. Fred's over there. He got a new RV before Rally last year. He's got a couple of rigs on there. The Schaefers are here. They've got their 4-seat Can-Am, the new Mav R, and Tanya's here with her new Turbo R. We're gonna be meeting up with Heath here shortly, and then we're finally gonna pick up Daryl. So we've got quite a group going. Should be about a 2.5-hour ride here from Spokane. We'll go to Ritzville and then down to Pasco. Brad's gonna be leading us. He knows where we're going. So let's get on the road and get down to Juniper.
Tail headed on freeway.
Got a breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben, come on. Yeah, 10-4, Big Ben, for sure, for sure. We got 36 things alive, looks like we've got us a convoy.
All right, well, we got this last spot that's over here. This is when you come in off the main road. I think it's called Juniper Dunes Road. You come up and take this first left. You can see the road's actually right over there. You take this first left and there's 3 good camping spots here. We got this last one. There was one camper here before us, but we were able to get a nice circle here. We have, I think, 1 or 2 more people coming up. Other than that, we're all set up. We've got the Starlink out just to make sure we have communication. It looks like cell phone service isn't like great here. So if you're gonna be in this area, maybe grab a booster or don't rely on cell phone signal too much. And if you watched the previous video, you saw I had done some solar work on the trailer. We've got that all set up. So I added that solar gland. We've got these 2 solar panels that are actually going over there into the EcoFlow. That's getting it charged up. Everything seems to be working great. And I have this 3rd panel that I can put with these 2 that give 750 watts if need be. But right now I just have it going off this little controller. This is one of those cheap Amazon controllers, and then it goes to SAE and to this adapter, and that panel will help me keep my house batteries charged up. So you can see this one's providing 14.4 of watts, and I have one of the little adapters on, and you can kind of see what it's doing there. It looks like it's drawing about 2 amps and almost 100 watts. So that's a good setup if you want to just keep your house batteries charged. It'll do a nice trickle charge throughout the day and top it off for you. Well, we got all the rigs unloaded. I have never been here. I'm not even quite sure where we are within Juniper Dunes. I know we're at Juniper, so we're gonna probably go out and explore a little bit, see what's around here, and go have some fun this Friday afternoon. Well, we are camped kind of back down over there towards the entrance to Juniper. This is what's considered the main area. This is what I've been told. I've never actually been here. So you can see there's quite a few people that are camping here. I think if they were saying right over here somewhere is one of the big dunes, and it's more sand. Where we were at was a little more dirt and sand mix, a lot more trails and things like that. So kind of exploring and trying to get a lay of the land. I'll see if I can put some markers and stuff up to give you a better idea of where we're at. Well, good morning. It is Saturday morning here at Juniper. We just finished up some breakfast. Daryl and Cammie brought over some biscuits and gravy. I was working with the Blackstone still. We got the new kit. So normally the Blackstone comes with this this adapter for the little green bottles, and it just sits off there and the green bottles sit on there. But I got this hose that goes down and it connects to the quick connect of the propane. So that'll make really cool use of the Blackstone because we don't have to deal with the bottles, and it's a 12-foot hose, so I can actually bring it way out here. I put it over there because the wind, as you can see from the flags, has been coming across here. So it's really nice to be right over here in this section just to keep the wind away and still getting a bunch of sun. It's really warm in the sun, but man, when that wind hits you, it gets real chilly. We got the solar out. It's been doing really good. Got down to about 25%, and the setting I had on the EcoFlow kicked it off, but we were able to survive most of the night just running on that, running both these two trailers. Fred's was plugged in and topping both of those off. So we got the solar going, everybody got some food, and now we're gonna go explore. I'm still having some issues with the Turbo S. Last night when we were riding, it's the first night ride we've been on in quite a while, and it was starting to cut out. And so we would we'd hit the gas and all the lights and everything would cut out for a second and then it would pop back on and go. I've been thinking it's a fuel pump issue, and now I'm starting to think I've got some other wiring gremlins that I'm gonna have to address. So we'll go out and see what it'll do, see if it's working, and go play and explore some more, get some more information. We really didn't really get to see much last night after we got set up. We kind of played around and wandered around, but I'm still not quite sure. We're over, I'll put some maps up. We're kind of over in this lower section. There's several campgrounds here. The main area is at the end of the road. That's where I think some of the sand dunes and stuff are. I really haven't seen much of the bigger sand dunes. So a lot of what we've been riding is just the trails and stuff. So hopefully get to see some of those and kind of get a map and layout of the land. And I'll let you know if you are not familiar with this area of where some stuff is. So let's get everything cranked up and warmed up. We will get some real shoes on because I'm wearing the Crocs right now, and go out and explore some more. Well, that was a quick tour of this area that's up above us. Lots of trails in there, not much sand or anything there, so just a fun little area. You can see from the video that we took, there were some tight corners. Just, you know, it's fun stuff. Definitely will test your suspension though. My neck's a little sore on that one. It tosses you and turns you around quite a bit. So fun area. That's the area that I think it's just to the south of this camping area. I'll put a map up here to kind of show us. And then I think this afternoon we're gonna grab a bite to eat, and this afternoon we're gonna run up to the main area and kind of see what that's like, where there should be more sand dunes. we got some food, and our friends from Vision UTV, Kevin and Sarah, showed up. So we're gonna go ride with them a little bit and go explore the other area, the main area. So from here, we'll probably shoot up over this hill, go hit the side of the road, go up to that main area, and then go explore up there.
Continue on and scout the perimeter.
I'll take the tail because I can see you on right command, Brad.
Okay, continue on the perimeter.
Here to the main sand dunes. You can see there's quite a bit of sand here. Just got a sweet shot of this Turbo S. He's launching this lip over here behind us. There's another group coming in through. So if you're looking for some sand, they've got it here. You go the main area at the road ends is there, and then you just come to the right and follow that down and you'll hit this area here. Lots and lots of sand here. So they've got trails, sand, and all kinds of other stuff here at Juniper Dunes. I have a mid-range. Usually it's when I'm rolling slowly and then I hit on it. were some people jumping. We'll see if we can get some video of that. But a really killer view. I think this is Pasco over here. We're really having some issues with the Turbo S. I don't know what it is. It's either fuel or electrical, like the lights were cutting out last night, and it's really struggling to even climb up hills. So we'll probably have to limp it back to camp and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. We're trying to figure out what's going on with the Turbo S. We pulled the spark plugs, and this one doesn't seem to be bad. The other one wasn't really that big of a deal either. Does look like the gap, we might check the gap, but not sure where to go on this. Daryl rode with me for a bit, and it basically every once in a while would just become real sluggish, especially going up hills, and not have full power. So could be a ground issue, could be something in the electrical. We did notice last night when I was riding on a night ride that the lights would momentarily all go out, like the light bar, headlights, etc. in the rig, and when it would do its stutter. So I'm not sure, that could be an electrical ground issue or what. If you have had any issues like this before, put in the comments what you think the problem is, because we need to get this fixed. We've got a lot of things on the schedule. All right, well, one of the things we like to do in these camping rides is get everybody together on Saturday night and have like a fun little dinner where everybody kind of potluck brings stuff. We're supplying the burgers on the Blackstone. If you haven't seen this Blackstone, check out our Wallace to Avery loop. We cooked burgers on it, and it's one of my favorites. It's basically just this suitcase here, plus you have a little propane tank. This actually gets stored inside there, and it's pretty killer for if you want to cook some burgers or breakfast. I cooked breakfast on this morning and all kinds of other stuff. So we appreciate Heath letting us use his trailer. It's super windy out here, and we decided rather than trying to cook out there, we're gonna go in here. It'll be a little easier, less sand in our food. All right, well, it's Sunday morning. I got the Turbo S loaded up. It was still having issues last night, and I don't want to push it. We got a couple of others that are getting loaded up this Sunday morning, but we're gonna go out and see what the Turbo R is like. Tanya, which is a part of the Schaefer family, got a Turbo R. It's a 4-seat Turbo R. If you watch our rally from last year, she competed in this little ZF Moto 850, I think, and just railed that thing around the competition at Rally 2024. And she's a really good driver. We got some video earlier of her. She was the one that was jumping the Turbo R4. It was, I think this is only the second time she's had it out, and she's just had a blast with this. So it's one of the ones that I've looked at. They now call it the Pro S. It used to be called the Turbo R, and it's more or less the replacement of the Turbo S that we have. So if you were looking for a Turbo S, check out the Pro S now. That's the 2025 model, or it was the Turbo R on the previous years. But it's the same 72-inch, the 168 horsepower turbo, etc. But it's got a lot of the suspension characteristics like the Pro R has. It's got the beefier valves, beefier suspension, and things like that. So let's go out and try this and see what it's like. Hopefully it won't encourage me to want to upgrade unless that stops working, and then it'd probably encourage me to upgrade. All right, well, I drove the Turbo R. Thank you, Tanya, for letting me play around in that. That thing is crazy. I'm not quite sure if it's the 4-seater or just the Dynamics valve. That is an Ultimate, so it's got the DV, Dynamics DV. And man, we went on some of the stuff we did tomorrow morning that was actually pretty rough in the Turbo S, and that soaked it up and just flew through it like no problem. So that is definitely on my short list. If I replace the Turbo S, we'll have to see. I know we've been kind of toying around with looking at a new 4-seater just because we got the grandkids and stuff that we want to be able to ride with us soon. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. If you're looking for a rig, check out that Turbo R Ultimate, or in the 2025 and newer model, it's the Pro S Ultimate. So, all right, well, we're at the point where we need to get loaded up. We're pretty much set. We got to get back to Spokane. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you, Pam and John, for coming out. They went out for a ride. Great couple that joined us this weekend. If you're interested in joining us for any of these, just reach out to us, message us on Facebook, and let us know if you're interested, and we'll let you know where we go. We also do post some of the rides and stuff we do on our Facebook group, and we have a public group as well that we and other people post rides to. Till then, we'll see you next time.